Are the cameras down yet? What happened? How did that get like that?
Not on my watch.
I know, but I know tensions between Deborah and Candace have been, like bubbling for a long time.
I know tensions between Deborah and Candace have been, like bubbling for a long time.
Wait a damn minute.
So y'all's Brian Keith, and I'm back with another video. Today, we're gonna talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac Season 8 finale. Y'all, it's finally over. We only got 3 more parts for this reunion, but it's over, it's done, right? Even though the events in the episode weren't great, still was a good episode, I can say. Probably one of the best episodes of the season. But y'all like, comment, subscribe, let's get into the video.
Let me check my shit real quick. Hotter than the fire coming out my flaming lips. You wanna play with me? You can't play in me. On the playground, bitch, you can't play with me. Got it, won it, securing the bag.
Alright, so the whole situation with Deborah and Kiana, Candace, boom, boom, boom. My thoughts about it is this, because I think throughout the whole episode, there was the talks about who is at fault. At the end of the day,
Deborah, Sesame Street, whatever her name
is at fault. You took yourself over to Candace. Candace wasn't talking to you. And you tried to engage into a conversation with someone that you lied on. You lied on her husband. And for people like, I remember Ashley said, well, Candace, this is the second time that, her words and she's calling her names. If someone lied on my husband, lied on me about a situation, trying to cause drama, and I don't even know you, and even from last year, Ashley's been trying to get this girl face to face with Candace.
I didn't even introduce Candace and Deborah. Sorry, Candace, how you know Deborah?
Do you want to chat with me first? One-on-one?
And Candace has been, nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And this was no different. She was not trying to engage with this woman, but then she has an opportunity finally to engage with Candace, and she throws a drink on her. We see the video. Kiana pushes the girl back, and then Deborah throws a glass in this girl's face. My whole thing is, at the end of the day, I can't blame Ashley for the altercation, because there's 2 grown-ass women. Deborah was wrong because, to be honest, Deborah should have went to jail because you assaulted that woman. Both, twice. Throwing a drink is assault, 1. 2, you hit the girl with a glass. Right? And even when all the other ladies, Nneka, Wendy, Karen, try to de-escalate the situation, like, hey, it's not that deal. This is not the time or the place. You still wanted to go and do that. And then you double down. So at the end of the day, Deborah should be held accountable for her actions. And I can't blame Candace for, they talk about Candace picking up a bottle. We all know Candace ain't about to bust a grape in the Wash's backyard. Right? And they talk about, well, she got a lot of mouth. What did Cal say? If you got that mouth, you should be able to suffer the consequences. You know what? Maybe so. But I know girls back in college and back in high school that talked all the shit. Got ass beat or not. And still was going to talk shit regardless. People got to realize, they're like, well, you going to talk shit, you going to get hit.
I'm going to jail, bitch!
People talk shit every day. Get beat up every day. And they still going to talk shit the next day. Right?
Right.
Like I said, we saw the video how the whole situation happened. Everybody is just shocked because Kiana is gushing blood from her head. Candace is over here going, she's a gutter bitch, gutter schnipe, bitch, you gutter, just going off. And like I said, it's emotions. If you ever been in a fight, you already know that you will be saying everything that you got to say. It's high emotions. Everybody's going crazy. Whoa, 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 all that. So it's funny how this situation really did bring the girls together in a way. But Kiana got rushed to the hospital. Candace and Wendy went to the hospital with her. Ashley's basically outside with the friends because they're just like, what happened? Oh my God, what happened? And they're recounting, basically, Deborah said somebody punched her. And my whole thing is, let's say Kiana did punch her, right? Let's say she did, right?
But Deborah, did you not throw a drink?
I want to know that. Okay. I really want to know that.
I'm like, I feel like Deborah was trying to absolve herself from accountability. So in the situation, semantics is key. In the beginning of the episode, Ashley asked the guy what happened, even though she was standing right there and saw and gasped and grabbed her mouth like, oh my God, Deborah threw a drink. But the guy told her, Deborah said one of Wendy's friend touched me. Later on in the episode, it went from touch me to punch me.
One of Wendy's friends touched me. I didn't touch her.
But you still engaged into the conversation and said, oh, at the end of the day, Kim, you want to talk to me? And you threw a drink on that girl. Don't bring her back on the show. To be honest, send her to prison. Yeah.
You're going to jail, bitch. Fuck them glasses. Fuck your goddamn worship and praise. Loafers. You going down, bitch. To the big house. That right. You did it. Now you gotta go to jail.
I don't condone violence. Let me go ahead and say that for YouTube, child. They like to demonetize. I'm not going. So in the next scene, we see all the ladies arrive at the, the final party, the gala that Mia's throwing. All the ladies, they're going to see all their pictures that they took earlier in the week. And, we see Ashley arrive. We see Karen arrive with security. I don't know why every time there's a fight, somebody got to bring security. Giselle brought security last time. Karen brought security this time. It's Karen, to be honest, do you need security or do you need a
Driver.
Because, girl, we heard word on the streets, you getting DUIs up in Montgomery County. Girl, that's close to me. What's going on? Girl, you get
Karen.
DUIs, citations, DWIs. Child, it's a lot, right? We also see Sharice hobble in because I guess Candace was over here crip walking on her foot. We see Ashley comes in chest first. You already know she got her boobs down. So Karen sits down and Karen's sitting down with Candace's sister. Ashley comes in to hug Candace's sister. Candace's sister said, gave her the stank face. I said, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because we already know Candace's sister, like me and my sister are like this. So Candace's sister is basically how I would be for my sister. We see Cal, Giselle, Sharice, and Ashley all talking about what happened. Giselle's not really giving that much feedback, so I can't really give her nothing too much. But Kyle's basically saying, like, Candace, she does a lot of talking and she does this and the third. Like, her actions, her words, she gonna get popped, she gonna get that, all that, right? And Ashley basically recounted. They're basically trying to make it seem like, Candace provoked the situation.
Second time. Perhaps she goes too far. You keep going for the white meat. Like, sometimes, for some people, you hit too low.
Girl, shut the fuck up. You thought you ate that.
And that's not the case, to be honest. At the end of the day, Deborah walked her happy ass over to Candace, said, do you got something to say to me? Candace said, get this girl out of my face. And I'm not talking to the help. The girl tossed a drink. My whole thing is, so I've been in situations where I was at a club and some dude was like, oh, I hate black bitches like this. Towards me. Now, could I have curb stomped him? Easily, right? I'm not going to. I don't promote violence. But could I curb stomp him? Yeah, easily. It's not a problem. However, words ain't gonna do shit to me. Words ain't gonna do nothing to me. You can say what you gotta say. That's not gonna do nothing. If you take money in my pocket, that might. If you put your hands on me, that might. But words ain't gonna do nothing. So for people to be like, oh, well, Candace was saying this. So words made that girl over here, like, she grown. This girl's in her 30s. Like, you would think that she would a little bit grown. She's old enough to know, right? And old enough to go to prison. We segue over to Ashley talking to Candace's sister. And Candace's sister, Crystal, is basically saying, like, look, your friend, I don't fuck with her. And I'm not trying to be offensive, but you are the company that you keep. And I'm not going to stand by and let another bitch attack my sister twice. Right? So I was like, yes, ma'am. Check her. And, you know, it's funny how everybody really held Ashley accountable. Damn, because it's like, it was messy as fuck. Because my whole thing with Ashley, and like I said, it's Deborah's fault all the way down. But Ashley, you got to get a two-piece because you know that she had problems with this girl. You all last season, season 7, you've been trying to get Deborah and Candace to have a one-on-one talk. For what reason? I don't fucking know.
All right, Candace, have you met Deborah? This is Deborah. This is Candace.
We met at the spring party.
But now you invite her to this group. You got her into the VIP section with all the girls. And now Miss Deborah, Candace is ignoring this girl. You already know Candace ain't about to say shit. Deborah over here talk to her. And I'm just like, Ashley, it do make it seem messy as fuck. It make it seem like you messy as hell. You invited that girl because you knew that girl probably wouldn't confront her. She's one of your good Judies, so you're not that dumb. And for her to be like, you know, this is my friend. We have play dates and we do this, that's why everybody's over here checking you.
In hindsight, I wouldn't invite Deborah if I'd known that there was going to be this animosity.
Girl, bye. Bye. Get out. Get out.
I know, but I know tensions between Deborah and Candace have been, bubbling for a long time.
That's why Wendy came in on Go On You, and that's why when Wendy gave you a hug, she gave me a little side hug, gave you the Oprah. And then that's why Candace is set to check you too, because everything points back to you, Ashley, every time. And like I said before, it's Deborah's fault. However, Ashley, you got to get it too, because if you would have never invited Cookie Monster Sesame Street, we wouldn't be in this predicament. But you did though, and that's the problem. Candace shows up. Wendy, Candace, Karen, Charisse, they all get together and they're just like, look, we need to talk to Ashley. I'm happy that she came over and all this because we need, but I'm upset and this shouldn't happen, right? Charisse pulls Candace to the side when Candace come in. And Charisse was just like, so what were you going to do with that bottle?
That bottle, I needed something to protect myself. She would have been in jail. Not if she touched me first.
She was just like, yeah, if she would have hit you, she was like, if you would have hit her or used that bottle, girl, you would have went to jail. My whole thing is this. Why isn't Deborah going to jail? Twitch though. But I get where Charisse is coming from. Like, at the end of the day, Candace, why you pick up the bottle? Do I think Candace was going to throw the bottle? No. But in the mind state, and you're going through something, Candace not a fighter. And I'm not trying to explain nothing. Like, I don't feel like Candace should have picked up a bottle. Like, girl, like, I get where Charisse is coming from. Like, the optics of everything, it does not look right for you to pick up a bottle to do what? Bash her beside her head? But in the heat of the moment, you can't fight. You're going to pick up something to defend yourself. But to be honest, Candace should have put that bottle down because Kiana already handled her. Kiana swept the floor with her, right? I don't go to violence, but yeah. So everybody pulls Ashley to the side. Ashley and Giselle comes over to the whole group, and they talk about the whole optics of what happened.
It needs to be addressed. The other night took us way back, and I want to hear what you have to say because these were your friends.
And Wendy tells her, like, look, I don't feel comfortable with what happened. And it makes it seem like you, Ashley, brought her there for a reason. You knew what happened. You knew that the girl lied on Candace's husband. She over here did all of these things. And I'm happy that Mia, NECA, Karen, Wendy all spoke up and just real with it. Like,
to bring anyone around each of us that means any harm to us. And she still decided, made a conscious decision.
At the end of the day, the girl got on television, national television, lied on Chris. I mean, Giselle did too, but two she's out. Lied on Chris and Eddie, and then want to be like, then double down, and just like, the girl's a problem. And my whole thing with this, Ashley, you want to be like, oh, Ashley, you want to be like, oh, I can't be cool with her. I can't be friends with her. I have to put a pause on my friendship. You should have put a pause on your friendship when you saw that she was lying on TV twice. That's when you should have put a pause on the friendship, but you didn't do it then. But now that it went to this situation where she threw a glasses in my face and they got her ass beat. Now it's like, oh, I got to put a pause on my friendship. You know, that's not how I get down. And I'm happy that everybody checked Ashley just like, okay, are you that type of girl? And then everybody, they kept giving it to Ashley. And Ashley had to finally be like, she was like, you know what, they're two grown adults. But, you know, I apologize for putting y'all in a situation like that. I should have never invited her. I should have vetted my friends, the ones that can act like they got some goddamn sense.
But actually, you were upset about that, right? You were upset about that post. Woo! So I do want to say I am sorry that I put everyone in this position.
And I should have vetted my friends and be like, okay, you know what? They can come. Deborah shouldn't have came because Deborah has beef with Candace. And mind you, it's a one-sided beef because I doubt that Candace even see this girl. Girl, John Cena, you walk into the room, girl, I don't see you. So I'm happy that even Ashley gets in her confessional, she's just like, this is yet again Candace over here, her mouth, girl, fuck all that. Words don't do shit. And I'm happy. Shout out to NECA. NECA, you got some points with that confessional. Because even NECA said, like, girl, we tried to dissolve the situation, and she kept going and going and going.
I think Deborah was absolutely dead ass wrong for throwing a drink at all. And I also think she was wrong for getting up, even going over there.
She basically said that Sesame Cookie Monster was wrong. Shout out to, like, everybody got points minus Ashley. And my whole thing with Ashley is, like, you look foul throughout the whole show. Like, you look foul. You look like you knew what was going to happen. And like I said before, I don't think it's Ashley's fault. I blame in Deborah. But you look like you were meddling in the cookie jar. You do. Period.
Before Deborah even says anything to Candace, I hear her saying something a little bit to Ashley. It had a lot of oomph to it.
So we already know about the situation with Giselle's father. You know, my condolences goes out to Giselle. Losing a family member is very hard, but losing a parent, that it just hits very different. And you know, the older we get, our parents get older as well. And you know, it's sad even to think about if your parent passing away. So I can't even imagine. So my heart does go out to Giselle in this moment because, you know, it's hard. You know, Giselle, she starts speaking, and you know, I wish she would have told the group, but I get how she's not comfortable with everybody. Cool. I get it. But you know, like I said, my condolences goes out to Giselle and her family, and I'm happy that the girls rallied around them, and I'm happy that the girls could actually kumbaya in this moment, even though they don't like each other, and this whole situation actually brought them together. Like, look, we should never let outside people come into this group and harm us, period. And I feel like, let's get back to the light shade and all that, right? So we thinking that that's the end of the you know, everything. Gordon and Mia gets up, they make their toast. You know, we see the final credits. We already know. So they're like, you know, shout out to my wife, shout out to this. You know, this was a great season. Love you guys. Oh my God, all of that.
Boom.
3 months later, when I tell you Mia and Gordon, I knew something was fishy and I knew something was funky with y'all. So basically, me and Gordon got an open relationship, right?
Have to think about all the unintended consequences. So this is one of them. I've known you've been having an affair for 10 years or longer.
Mia, basically, Gordon know everything. Gordon know who Mia messing with. Gordon know her pussy mouth. He know all that. He was cool all that. He had medical issues, and he basically said, like, look, I probably can't, you know, do what I gotta do because he's older. So he's like, if you're gonna have a relationship outside of that, as long as it's discreet and as long as our kids aren't involved, cool. And Mia's whole thing was Gordon has been very, you know, abrasive, and the whole him suing his siblings has been very toxic, and he's just been volatile. Cool, that's her standpoint. Gordon's standpoint is that you in public with this man and you brought that man around my kids.
If you gave me your blessing, then why are you so upset?
Because you were throwing it in my face and you took the kids around him.
And they just bumping heads in this toxic energy. And, you know, he went to TMZ, and he went to TMZ calling her a gold digger because of the trailer. I said, girl!
That you married Michael for his money? Did you marry Gordon for his money? I might have. He didn't like that at all.
Mind you, I don't know who would have liked that, Mia. To each his own. But, yeah, they cutting up. So, Gordon, low-key, mind you, Mia looked gorgeous. Looked so gorgeous in this last scene. Face, stunning. Girl looked gorgeous. But, you know, while they're over here cutting each other up, Mia's basically trying to talk. You know, she's basically living in her daughter's room. Gordon's basically traveling back and forth through Charlotte. It's just a toxic situation, and they're separated, but you know they're not divorced. And Gordon, he gets upset because Mia was just kept, like, you know, negating from the situation.
And I took your phone for 2 hours. Then you got mad and went off to Atlanta with.
Yes, because you took my phone.
So they finally talk, and he basically just airs out all the dirty laundry. Like, you fucking him, you doing this, you doing that, and then talk about the son might not be Gordon's. And
Accusing me of being with someone. Didn't you think that maybe if I was really with someone, then...
Was it true? Tell me, why did think that Jeremiah was his kid?
The ghetto. The ghetto. The ghetto.
And Mia was like, look, I told Gordon that, you know, he might not be yours, but Gordon didn't ask for paternity tests. I'm just like, girl, Mia, you overlapping like that? Girl, it's a lot. And to be honest, I feel like they're doing a disservice to their son to not know the paternity, because now you're alleviating one of these men for fully having a relationship or with your son. Like, if that is Ink's son, then he missed out on all these years that he could spend time with his son. But I'm invested in Mia's story. Bring her back.
Gordon, that's not fair. That's not fair. Let me
Go,
tell you.
you want fair, go to a carnival.
It's been a lot. It's been a lot. It's been a lot. Y'all, let me know what you guys think. This is definitely a great bridge to next season. However, I do feel like some changes need to be made. Before this episode, I was definitely going to say get rid of Giselle, but I'm changing my mind. Keep Giselle. Unfortunately for NECA, I do feel like her services are no longer needed. For me, she doesn't bring anything extra to the group besides just a face. So, I mean, she doesn't have to come back. She could be a friend, but we don't need her. She doesn't bring anything to bring everything together. I feel like next season should be more of a rebrand, a resolution season, because obviously bring Mia back. Karen is going to be a hot topic with everything that's going on with her. I feel like Giselle needs to be there because living life without her daughter in the house, and then the passing of her father, and then probably trying to reform her friendship with Karen and all the other ladies. Obviously, I would love to see Candace come back. I feel like Candace is a quintessential housewife. She's great TV. This is where it gets hard, because I definitely feel like Mia, Karen, Candace, and Giselle, for me, should stay. Mind you, Giselle wasn't here before this episode. She wasn't here. Kiana, I would love to see her come back as a friend, or if she's a housewife, hey, I don't give a fuck, but come back as a friend at the least. Robin, I don't know. Y'all decide. Wendy, I don't know. One thing about Wendy for me is lately she has been coming across inauthentic. And it's weird to say. I feel like Wendy is thinking a lot. And I don't know why I feel that way, but I do. That's just me. Ashley, for me, I feel like after this episode, it's definitely concrete, set in stone.
She gotta go.
Ashley, I'm sorry. I see you almost every weekday on Good Morning DC or Sunrise DC, what the fuck it's called. Girl, you got to go. I'm done with her. Done. I feel like Ashley is just underhanded, and mind you, it's just like Ashley has been messy from the beginning of the season. But when you look back at some of these situations that shouldn't have happened, that did, why is Ashley always there? But y'all, let me know what you guys think. Who do y'all want to come back? I feel like the reunion for me might change some things, but one thing that ain't gonna change, Ashley and Nneka, goodbye. But y'all like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be Martha's Vineyard. It's back, so y'all enjoy. Peace.
Brian Keith, LG, Black Butte. Bet you didn't know we the Holy Trinity. Now let a guy stop a jolly, break your ear here. Step into the room and get up in the bed. It tastes sweet, that's cause I'm good. It tastes sour cause I'm better than the hood. Cause I get you hyper when I'm running all around, cause I excite ya. Let me talk real quick. You can't even get with the shit. You wanna go toe to toe with my flow? The Cybercane all I really asking for. Now I got to go. Got. Bye-bye.